What's going on, everybody? So my name's Chad SMIRZ. A lot of people know me by OvercomeSMIRZ. Pretty known in the juicing community, actually. Joe Cross community. For the people who've been following me for a while. Started out in 2018, February of 2018. 698 pounds, and went on originally I was going to do a 60-day juice fast, try to lose weight. After watching Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, my son came home, he had watched it at school, and then I watched it and I decided, you know what, this isn't a bad thing to do, I'm going to try it out. So bought a juicer and went on a juice fast, and after 2 months, I had lost 88 pounds, so I thought, man, I think I'm just going to keep rolling on this and see where it takes me. So fast forward, I ended up living on liquid, nothing but liquid and protein shakes for just over 3 years. And in the first 9 months of being on that liquid diet, juice fast, protein shakes, I dropped from 698 to, actually I take that back. I went down to I lost 353 pounds, I guess it was, in the first 9 months. So, I decided I'm just going to keep rolling along with it and see how it goes. So, took the rest of the weight off. I was already down 341 pounds by 9 months. So I figured I might as well keep rolling on this thing. So fast forward to, 2021, I think it was 2020 or 2021, I dropped down from 698 down to 268, which was my lowest weight. So feeling pretty good. Got back to work. I hadn't worked for a long time before that because I had a bad knee. My right knee was bone on bone. And I was overweight and couldn't do much, couldn't walk, couldn't do a lot of things. So I decided, I'm going to go on this juice fast and try to get my life back. So at that point in time, my dad was driving me around. I had a brand new truck. I couldn't even drive. I was having to ride in the back seat. And people were going to the grocery store for me, my aunt, my mom, and people going grocery shopping for me and whatever, because I couldn't do any of that stuff myself because I couldn't walk far enough. So I just decided, man, I need to change my life here. This is, if I'm like heading down a one-way path to death if I don't do something. So I had AFib going on. I'd had other heart issues in the past, which I'll talk about more about those later. Had some other health issues. Obviously, blood pressure was kind of up and down. Never ever been diabetic, but I've been pre-diabetic, like right on the edge of being diabetic, but never gone into full diabetes. And various other issues, skin issues and rashes and different things going on. So anyways, so got down to 268 pounds. Felt like I was reborn. Started racing cars again at Evergreen Speedway, Monroe, Washington. I live in a small town called Snohomish, Washington, out in kind of like north of Seattle. So started racing cars again because I had done that since I was a kid. But I couldn't do it for a long time because I gained so much weight and couldn't fit. Couldn't fit in the window. You got to be able to crawl through the window of the race car, and I couldn't fit. So seatbelts wouldn't fit. Even if I could get in the car, I couldn't get the seatbelts on or, seats wide enough for me or whatever. So anyways, so yeah, I was feeling like $1 million. Went racing again with my son, built a couple cars, and was out there on the track, being on the race with my kid, which was a good feeling. And I was doing more stuff with my daughter, and we started going camping, and we had some wave runners. I was able to go ride wave runners and go out on my boat and, see friends I hadn't seen in a long time. Just doing a lot of stuff that I hadn't been able to do in a very, very long time. So, and especially getting back to work. I love to work. So it was hard being off work all that time. So once I got up and rolling again, got my own business going, and felt really good to be back to work and whatever. So anyway, fast forward fast forward a while. I don't remember all the specific dates or anything. I'd have to really go back and look at things. But if you fast forward a ways, I ended up having a AFib episode. Well, let me back up a second, rewind that for a minute. So I ended up having to go to the hospital for a procedure, and then I ended up having an AFib episode. Ended up in the hospital. They want to do a cardioversion on me. For you that maybe don't know what that is, it's essentially almost like they stop your heart and restart it. I don't know if it actually stops. They give you a shock. They put like a pad on your chest and one, on your back. They tell me it's like 600 amps. They hit you, it kind of stops the heart, and hit you again, restarts the heart. But it gets the heart back in a normal rhythm. So I had that done. Well, I guess when I was under, I guess I had aspirated into my lungs, because when I woke up, I couldn't breathe. So that was kind of scary. I was really having a hard time catching my breath. And then the nurse at the time said she'd never seen anybody that like kind of shot up, because they give you a pretty good sedative. So she had never seen somebody who had shot up right out of a sedative like that. Usually it takes, an hour in the recovery room or whatever to come awake. So, obviously I was panicking because I couldn't breathe, and obviously my body must have reacted to it. So anyways, so I went through that process. And I was having a really hard time breathing for many, many months after that. I mean, I was super short of breath, couldn't walk very far at all. My bedroom and my bathroom are probably 20 feet apart. By the time I walked 10 of those feet, I was completely out of breath. Almost sometimes didn't make it to the bathroom, felt like I was going to pass out or black out. So I actually would have to sit on the toilet to take a piss, and I would just have to sit there and catch my breath and then try to make it back to the bedroom. Well, that became my life for a long time. And then I ended up having to have a colonoscopy done, and I had the colonoscopy procedure done, and then they also were going to do an endoscopy when they went down my, they go down your throat to look at your stomach and all that stuff. And anyway, I had an issue with that as well. So I just had these couple issues that was going on health-wise. And then I had a falling out with my son, and various other things that ended up happening that I'll talk about more later, but just a series of things ended up happening. And I started resorting back to old ways. I was getting depressed, felt alone, didn't want to continue juicing. So, it wasn't so much, let me take that back. I guess it wasn't so much the fact that I didn't want to continue to juice. It was the fact that I was having such a hard time. If I would stand, I couldn't really stand that long. I'd be out of breath. I mean, like my body trying to hold itself up, would put me totally out of breath. So, because I was in AFib. So I was, this is when I was in AFib. So I had my heart wasn't beating right, and the blood can't get to the muscles and stuff as fast as it needs to, and oxygen and all that. So I'd be totally depleted trying to stand there and do a juice. So I decided, you know what, I'm not going to bother with this juice. I'm just going to, go back to eating food for a while. No big deal. Till I get over the breathing issue, and then I'll, go back on to juicing. So, you fast forward down the road a ways. I'm ordering DoorDash, 2-3 times a day. They deliver it right to the door. It's simple. I don't have to really do much except, my couch where I sit is literally right next to the door, so I can open the door, reach out, grab the food, eat. So I got in that mode, I got in that habit, and I started doing that. And, before you know it, it's crazy because you start packing weight on, after you've been on a restricted calorie diet like that for so long, which essentially people say you're starving yourself. I never ever felt like I was starving on that juice fast that I did. Felt amazing, had tons of energy. I used to do years and years ago, I used to work out with Mr. Minnesota. He's a bodybuilder, and learned a lot back then about bodybuilding and how to eat and how to take care of yourself and whatever, and knowing you need to have, your macros dialed in, and your, so much protein and so much carb and so much fat and all that stuff. So I know all that, but I just went back to what was comfortable and started eating nothing but pure shit. So I just started packing the weight back on. And then I was still working. I was struggling to work. And I actually went out I got home one night, and it was dark. I came in the house. I had to go back to my truck, and I walked back out to my truck and ended up stepping in a hole out there and twisting my knee, my left knee. So my right knee was already bad. So I ended up twisting. I kind of planted my left knee in this hole and then twisted my body, but my foot kind of stayed in the same place. So I remember excruciating pain, almost not being able to make it back to the house. And I laid around like that for months, barely been able to walk. Now I got 2 bad knees, so I'm barely able to walk, still overweight, packing the weight back on. So it didn't take very long, fast forward, it didn't take very long to go from 268 pounds to getting back up into, the 300s, high 3s, low 4s. Pretty soon I'm up to almost 5. I think it was 497 pounds when I was going to start this weight loss challenge that they had. They had this challenge going on where you got a coach, and they had this weight loss challenge. I don't remember what the time frame was, but I thought, oh man, this is the answer. This is the answer to get me back in shape, get this weight back off before it gets too far gone, before I end up gaining all the weight back. I'm going to get on this challenge. And I tried it, and I just couldn't do it, man. I just wasn't ready, full of excuses. My mind just wasn't in it. I didn't really care. I had so much other, crap going on in my life, depression and, not being able to work now, and packing weight back on, and not talking to my son, and having the AFib, and having all these other issues going on, that I just gave up. I didn't care. So, I just kept packing the weight back on, and packing the weight back on, and packing the weight back on. So, but anyway, I just wanted to say that any of you guys who are watching these videos, I'm not the guy who's going to be not swearing, and I'm not the guy who's not going to be, I'm the guy that's not going to be doing all this editing and having all these crisp, clean videos and everything's going to flow right and whatever. I'm just real, raw dude. I might try to do some editing or whatever, but I'm not going to spend hours and hours and hours editing. I'm just going to try to get through these things the best I can, and hopefully, somebody out there will get something from these videos that I put out. I mean, the reason why I decided I want to start doing this on YouTube was because I know what it takes to lose weight, and I know what it takes to, I know how to gain the weight, and I know the things you should and should not do. And I know the challenges that come along with my current weight right now. If I had to guess, and I'm just going to throw this out there, but I'm going to do a weigh-in video here in a while. So by the way, just to give you, the date today is December 31st, 2024. So we're heading into New Year's tonight. 2025, January 1st is my new start date. I've committed to it. I'm going back to juicing. I'm going to be doing juicing and shakes again, because where I'm at right now, I'm in a dangerous situation. I've got the AFib going on. I don't feel right. I got to dump weight fast. I know that's typically like all the trainers and all, the people out there say, oh man, that's the wrong way to do it. You're going to eat up a bunch of muscle. I know that. I know I'm going to eat up muscle. I'm not worried about that. I can rebuild muscle. Yeah, it takes a long time, but I can do that, and your heart is a muscle. So I'm eating a lot of protein in these shakes that I'm doing. I built a special shake that I'll do, and I'll talk about that later in another video. But I've got high protein shake and the juicing, and that's what I'm going to do, because I need to try to dump couple 100 pounds as fast as I can. So to start taking some of this stress off my body and off of my heart. So I'm also trying to get ready. My daughter's going to graduate in June 11th, actually, of 2025. And I couldn't walk to her graduate. I can't drive again. I lost my license. I didn't lose my license, but I don't have my license right now because I couldn't pass my DOT physical. So my license expired, on my birthday. I think it was 2 years ago, and I couldn't go in and do the DOT physical, so I just let my license just kind of sit in the background, and I figure, I'll get it back when I get my weight off. So as soon as I get down far enough, that'll be the first thing I do is go back and take my DOT physical and get my driver's license back so I can start driving myself. Right now, everybody else is having to drive me around when I do go places, which I don't really go anywhere that often. Pretty much confined to my house, sitting on the couch for the last several months. Actually several months, probably been about a year and a half. So, But I just wanted to do these videos because I know the struggles of being, heavy. I know the mentality that goes along with that, the stigmas that go along with that, the bullying shit out there that goes along with that. There's going to be a million people probably that'll see this. Well, that'd be cool if there's a million people, but there'll be a bunch of people that are going to see this video and they're going to start throwing comments and they're going to be like, oh, you fucking fat slob and this, that, and the other thing. And, look at the freaking, look at the pig, look at the freaking, freaking swamp donkey, da-da-da-da-da. I've heard all that crap, man. That shit doesn't even faze me. So you guys that are going to do that, you can do it all you want, but it ain't going to faze me any. So, feel free. I don't like bullies. Never have, never will. And I just wanted to be able to do this because I wanted to be able to connect with people that are maybe out there that are struggling, going through the same scenario. And they feel like there's no hope. And they don't think they're ever going to be able to lose the weight. And they have all these daily struggles that nobody else understands. And they got people telling them constantly, oh man, just lose the weight. Just get the weight off. All your problems will be solved. Just get the weight off. Well, all of us know, when it comes to weight loss, or pretty much anything in our lives, but especially when it comes to weight loss, it's all about the mind, man. It starts with the mind, right? You got to fix the mind before you can fix your body. Now, in some scenarios, like the one I'm in right now, it's like, I know I'm not fully in it, but it's like, I got to do it. I have no other choice. If I don't do something, I'm going to die. Flat out, I'm going to die. That's all there is to it. And I've got a 17-year-old daughter about to be 18 and a 21-year-old son, and I got a dad, a mom, and, other family and a girlfriend. I'd like to be around and be able to do things with my loved ones. So, there's daily struggles going to the bathroom. There's struggles being able to take a shower. Can't dress myself. Most of the time I walk around in my boxer shorts because pants aren't comfortable. Sweatpants aren't comfortable. Jeans aren't comfortable. Most things I'm comfortable in is shorts. So I usually just wear my boxer shorts. I ain't really going out of the house anyway. So it's like, I don't really care. And I don't really have that many people ever come over here. So again, why worry about, getting all fancied up? Normally my hair is all nice and clean. And I usually don't have a beard because I don't like beards. So I usually nice, clean shaven, whatever. But, I'm in that mentality. I was in that mentality of like, who gives a shit? I got nobody to impress. So I'm just going to, keep it raw and real. So anyways, there's a lot of people out there who've shown up for me and are still showing up for me. I've got a group on Facebook called OvercomeSMIRZ. It's a private group. It's a safe space. We don't allow any bullshit in there. We don't allow any gimmicks, no selling, no coaches in there trying to get you to buy their plan or sell you a food plan or buy their coaching plan. None of that crap. We don't allow any of that stuff. I see a lot of other groups out there, not to put any other groups down because you guys all do what you do, but a lot of these groups are just like people trying to sell stuff and sell you a program or Ozempic or, or a food plan. And I don't have a problem with any of that. Because everybody can do what they need to do to lose weight. Whatever it takes for you to lose weight, whether you got to have a surgery, or you like a weight loss surgery or Ozempic or whatever it is, whatever works for you is what you need to do. Because at the end of the day, it's about getting healthy, right? I don't judge anyone. I don't want to be judged, and I don't judge anyone. Totally up to everybody what they do out there. It's their life. What I will say is I don't allow that stuff in our group just because I don't want people pressuring anybody. I want people to have a safe space where they can talk about their daily struggles. It's not even a weight loss group. It's just a support group. It's not necessarily about, people originally thought it was a juicy group because I was juicing. It's not even about juicing. You could be doing keto, carnivore. You could be doing low carb. You could be doing Mediterranean. You could be doing whatever, And it's not only just about weight loss. It's just about all of us supporting one another. We got our daily struggles that we go through. So just all that kind of stuff. So anyway, again, OvercomeSMIRZ on Facebook. It's a private group. We have some questions you got to answer. We always like to know who we're dealing with. People don't want to answer questions. Typically, we don't want to let them in because usually they're, in my experience, they're trying to do some sort of scam or sell something or whatever. So you got to answer the questions, but would love to have you guys join up Post your stories. Tell everybody where you're at in life. I'd like to get the group more active. Right now, currently, the group has gotten a little bit stagnant. There's not a whole lot of activity going on. And just trying to start bringing people back out of their shells again. And with me starting back up, I think we can get things going again. And there's been a lot of new people that have joined and there's a lot of great people in there now from before. And there's amazing stories in there for people that can relate, that can relate to them. And so, I would just say, you guys who end up watching this, if you know someone who's struggling, a family member, a friend, a relative, a cousin, whatever it is, point them towards the group. Let's get everybody involved. This isn't my weight loss journey. This is our weight loss journey. This isn't about me. This is about us. There's a million other people out there that are in my same, situation. I watch 600-pound life all the time. There's people out there that are over 600 pounds that can't even walk. I should say I'm thankful that I'm going to do a weigh-in video and post it on here. I'm probably pretty close to 700 pounds, maybe even a little over 700 pounds if I had to guess right now. So I'm going to be doing a lot of things. I don't know how many videos I'm going to post a week. As I get going, this is all new to me. So, I don't know I want you guys to tell me, what do you want to see? What do you want me to talk about? What do you want me to do? Like, what's the thing that's going to keep you engaged and keep you interested? That's what I want to know. Whether that's we do a Q&A session and I'll talk to you guys that way. You can't come through here and answer all the comments. Even in my group, my Facebook group, it's hard to be answering all the comments all the time. There's just too many of them. You lose track. So, I don't want people to think if I don't answer a comment or something that I don't care or I don't want to answer your questions, just may not get to them. So you can hit me up on Messenger on Facebook or send me a message on the YouTube videos. I'm also on Instagram under OvercomeSMIRZ. So, all those places you guys can get a hold of me on if you want to reach out and talk about something. If you're struggling with something and you need to talk to someone and you don't know where to start, you don't know what to do, and you feel hopeless and you don't think you can do it, get a hold of me. I'm telling you, get a hold of me. Because I've been 739 pounds at my heaviest, and I've been 196 pounds at my lowest, and I've been a lot in between that over the years. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So, I'm an expert when it comes to gaining and losing weight. The challenge is keeping the weight off, right? And I'm going to keep the weight off this time. I said that last time, but this time I'm going to keep the weight off because I'm going to be turning 50 years old. My birthday's actually in January, the 6th of 2025 coming up here. On the 6th, I'm going to be turning 49. I don't want to be going into 50, 700 pounds. So I'd like to live out my days, being able to do things with my girlfriend and my family and, go do things. I love to go out on the water and race and all that stuff. So anyway, again, this is about a 23-minute video right now, and I might have a few things. I'll probably add some pictures of me, up here, like before, after, from the 2018 to 2020 range where I lost and gained weight. Oh, there goes my cat jumping in. And I will, try to think about different things. I'll be juicing. I'll be showing some of my juicing and my shakes and, different things. I don't want to bore anybody. So I'm just going to try to find things to talk about, whatever. But just know that you guys, if you're struggling out there and you need to, have somebody to talk to that understands, that's been there, that's, gone through it. I'm the guy to talk to. I'm more than open to talk. Would love to get in touch with you or whatever. So I'm going to go like that. Now this thing's tracking me. So I'm going to cut off now. I'm going to figure out how often I'm going to be posting these videos. And if you guys see this video, if you actually manage to stay through 24 minutes of your life here, and you want to, and it might even be longer now by the time I get done with the weigh-in and a couple other things, but if you guys want to reach out, you know, get in touch with me and we'll talk. I'm going to go ahead and stand up. I'm going to walk over here so everybody can see, you know, this is me. This is what I currently look like. You scan down. There you can see me. So, yeah, she ain't pretty. She ain't pretty. But it is what it is. It's where I am. So, anyways, guys, thanks for listening. Hope everybody's having a great day. And don't feel like you're alone. Because it ain't about me. It's about us. And we're in this journey together. We're going to do it. Have a good day.